I had my first conversation ever with a psychotherapist on Reddit last night. That was an interesting go around. It's no different from talking to a dog trainer. Talking to a human psychotherapist that's dealing with autism in children and teens and adults, it's no different from talking to a dog trainer. Oh, punishment, punishment, punishment. Punishment is necessary. So I had to start showing him quotes on Skinner. He claimed he read everything from Skinner, all 21 books and 180 papers. He hadn't opened a fucking book from Skinner, and I can prove it. I had to actually start producing quotes. I produced a quote saying, you know what, Skinner said point blank this. That punishment is a reverse of reinforcement. All it serves to do is create fear and anxiety, and that's all I see is fear and anxiety in the autism community. We got a bunch of people right now, teens, children, and freaking adults that are all depressed, suicidal, committing suicide. Has anybody seen the suicide rates in the autism world lately? But yet this guy keeps harping on, banging on about Skinner on punishment, Skinner on punishment. You haven't read a fucking book from Skinner. Psychotherapist. You're not a psychotherapist, you're a freaking psychopath if you're trying to drag dog training, which is applied behavior analysis, into the human arena. Applied behavior analysis is never meant to work in behavior at all. It was about training dogs, and it's an abusive system. But yet they managed to drag it into the dog world, and millions of dogs have been killed as a result. Behaviorally euthanized as a result of applied behavior analysis, and people don't give a shit. Now they're dragging applied behavior analysis into the autism world. And I'm hearing stories right now. I've got autistic people right now telling me point blank, their parents are beating the friggin' behaviors out of them. Teachers are trying to beat the behaviors out of them. Psychologists are trying to beat the behaviors out of them. There's children out there right now being shocked. Shock therapy. How long before they start normalizing e-collars? How long before we start putting e-collars on the autistic kids' necks and start shocking them? It's going to happen. It's bound to happen. And I can only imagine e-collar technologies and other e-collar companies are going to be drooling, just waiting for the whole supply to go sideways. They're going to make money hand over fist. People don't give a shit anymore. People have checked out. People are living in their own little holes, all isolated. I swear to God, most people never got out of mentally out of freaking COVID isolation. If it doesn't affect me, I don't want to hear it. Well, that's what's happening right now. Go look up the suicide rates in the autism community right now, and it's all a direct result of applied behavior analysis, all the freaking punishment. And nobody's stepping back to try to understand the causes of it. Psychology deals with all the subjective that you are. Your subjective is everything you are. It's all of your life experiences that turned you into the person that you are today. That's psychology. Explains that. Psychotherapists, all they're doing is looking at children objectively. Dog trainers, all they do is look at the dog objectively. And all they're seeing is behavior, something fixed to shut down, to control and manage. And the damage, the destruction that it's causing. The stories that I read today on Reddit from autistic people themselves, they're getting their asses beaten by everybody. It's all physical freaking abuse and mental abuse. These children are depressed, they're scared, they don't know which way to turn. And every time they turn around, somebody's freaking slamming them against the wall. Can we please, as a society, stand up and start giving a shit? Can we give a shit about the dog? Can we give a shit about autistic children? And start understanding the cause of why they're doing this? What is the freaking behavior? It's your body's response to something in the environment. It's an emotional driven, hormonal response to something in the environment. But yet we're killing dogs for it. We're beating kids for it. Especially children with autism. I can't believe this is happening. This shit needs to stop. Applied behavior analysis needs to go back in the garbage where it came from. And I can prove that it's garbage. We need to bring Skinner back. We need to bring psychology back. Again, Skinner said point blank that the very object of the science of behavior is discovering causes. And nobody cares about the cause of it. Nobody cares about the cause. Why is the dog acting out? Why is the child acting out? It's such a simple question to ask. And once you understand the reason why, now you got something to work with. But they're all turning around rewarding and punishing the freaking child. They're all rewarding and punishing the adult. They're rewarding and punishing the dog. Because nobody gives a shit to understand the cause. Psychology's been thrown in the fucking garbage. By applied behavior analysis, by dog training and psychotherapy. It needs to stop.